It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. They'll play this one here in Cleveland before the Cavaliers head home. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
Yeah, and going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. And I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Miami, we've got Big Smooth, Maverick out there with Flash. Then it's Winslow, and it's Azubuike in at the center. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Irving drives in. And a wide open look for James. And too long on the shot. So for the Heat, their last game, a loss to the Hornets in Charlotte.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Clock is at 3. Shoots from 12. Love grabs the board. So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Teron Lue.
Kevin, he thinks this team is such a tight-knit group that it's starting to get to a point where they can read each other's minds. They'll see a guy cutting without even looking up, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully, the fun can continue, guys.
And thanks as always, Doris. And guys, the emphasis on quality shooting, getting those chances identified by their coach is a key for them.
I think that means they must work as a complete unit out there, cooperate, sharing the ball, and try to limit the one-on-one play.
And if they can do that, they will have success shooting the basketball. I think it's guaranteed.
Knocks it loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Winslow. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Winslow's got his first basket of the night. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Irving attacking. Kicks it out to Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Love's got his second basket of the night. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the right side. Here's Big Smooth, and it's Miami with another. Cavaliers are gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the paint. The kick out to Irving. Here we go, one-on-one. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Big Smooth.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Flash, covered by LeBron. Now the dish to Azubuike. Now Cleveland moving it up. LeBron is running. Thompson misses. The Heat leading by 4. Some firepower, Clark, from his offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Now here's Irving. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Orlando. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Mills, he's checked in for Flash. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The captain's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Sanders checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Maverick.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
And Mills kicks to Richardson. Nice shot from the wing.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Good on the shot. The captain's got his first points in this one.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And so it's Cleveland with it. The Heat knocking down the tray. The shot will not go. Good D by Sanders. Miami leading by 5. Winslow the pass to Big Smooth. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really giving them fits. They just can't find an answer for Big Smooth. He's already got 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Laverne, he's checked in for Love. Wallace comes in for the Prodigy. And Walker subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Sanders dishes to Mills. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Walker. It's tipped. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in.
Miami foul call. Richardson. That's his first personal foul.
Heat on D. Leading by 5.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not 1 second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Almost, but it rolls out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Second shot opportunity, and out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Here's Laverne. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Magic in Orlando.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
And Sanders kicks to Dragic. To the wing right side. Mills passes to Mirotic. He feeds it to Mills. Here's Richardson. Nice form on the 20-footer. Richardson's got his second basket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Now James following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. Shots good by Walker. 46 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Richardson dishes to Sanders. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's Walker penetrating.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Miami leading by 4. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Mills kicks to Dragic. Dishes it to Mills. Takes the 3. Walker with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And he drops it in from the low post. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And a good game so far as we can. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into it.
I go back and I'm able to, read this guy.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
Kyrie Irving is out there with the prodigy. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Wallace in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And it's Irving missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Passes it to Maverick. The 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And Mirotic sends it back. Winslow, the pass to Morgan. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Maverick, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Mavericks got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat. The Cavaliers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Knocked away. The pass to the prodigy. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And there's the call on Maverick. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Irving attacking. And another miss by Cleveland.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Irving sets a screen for Love. Wallace kicks to Irving. He used that pick to perfection. Irving's got his first bucket of the night.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. To the inside, and stolen by Love. One-on-one fast break. Here's the prodigy. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Well, you look at Flash, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved. And, of course, Big Smooth, he's in that same group. He really does a great job leading his team. Such an unselfish player.
Playing unselfishly, and they're way ahead as far as processing the game and making decisions offensively. The past month bears that out.
Well, you can see how much more comfortable they're getting with the ball in their hands. I mean, they're maintaining their composure and really just surveying the situation and taking what the defense gives them.
Irving drives in and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, sometimes the best way to attack size is to go right at it.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Laverne, he's checked in for Thompson. The captain comes in for Kevin Love. James checked in for Wallace. And Walker subbed in for the prodigy. And Miami also making a switch. Sanders is checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 3. James outside. Lets it go with the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And that's now 7 points for LeBron. He'd have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Good!
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. They get it back. Score the basket is 3rd after 5 shots.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Richardson the pass to Big Smooth. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
In the corner, Winslow with it. And there's another one for the Heat.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
James outside. Teardrop shot. Goes back up. And the rejection by Sanders. But they get it back. Walker with a clean look. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. To the inside. Big Smooth. That's good. Big Smooth got 17. We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And the Heat with some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Winslow. Maverick comes in for Richardson. And it's Mills in for Goran Dragic. 1:09 left to play in the first half. Here's the captain, and it's blocked. Here's Maverick. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. It's deflected. Outside, Walker. Here's LeBron. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Walker dishes to Irving. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Big Smooth. Here's Maverick. He kicks it to Mills. Fires for 3. Can't get it to go. Walker with some nice D. The captain passes to James. Up again. Cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush. The captain's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
And no need there, guys, to throw that one back.
It's a tie game.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. The second quarter. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. A fantastic game here from Big Smooth in this one.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. We've got Flash, Big Smooth out there with Winslow, and there's Maverick, and it's Azubuike in at the center position. Here's Flash. Passes it to Big Smooth. Jacks up a 3. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Outside Irving. From the arc. No good. Now the Heat take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Knocked loose, unhindered, going all the way. Slammed home and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
The Heat have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And Thompson throws it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
The Heat leading by 4.
Nice job, Cavalier girls. What do you say, fans? Do you feel pumped up now?
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Big Smooth. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Back to Irving. The shot. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Over to the wing. Stolen away. Here's Love. The shot is off. The Heat go the other way with it. Pass to Flash. Here's Maverick. And the shot is long. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. Launches a three. They grab their own miss. Thompson. The layup off target. Miami leading by 4. Here's Maverick. No luck. Good D by James.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they can stretch this lead out. You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Azubuike. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Wallace comes in for James. And it's Kemba Walker in for Irving. Out to Wallace. Shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game. The Heat have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. There's Winslow. The three-pointer no good. The Cavaliers trail by 4. It's deflected and stolen by Richardson. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now. Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
There's Winslow. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. Here's Azubuike, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Timeout. 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 Start it.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
LeVert, he's checked in for Cleveland. The captain comes in for Kevin Love. Miami leading by 10. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through the captain. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
To end the run, power down with both hands.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And the shot is good.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Kemba Walker.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Now here's Winslow. D right on him. And Sanders throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Feeds to Wallace. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it three.
In that height, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
LeBron, he's checked in for Cleveland. And Miami also making a switch. Big Smooth, he's checked in for Winslow. The pass to Big Smooth. 24 seconds left in the third. Richardson the pass to Big Smooth. From 10 feet out, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Big Smooth's got 22 points.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. From deep, Richardson. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Heat leading by 15. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Azubuike is screen on Irving. Azubuike, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Irving drives in. It's blocked. And it's the Heat on the break. Plays it up and banks it in. Azubuike's got 4 this quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Outside Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Heat shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Here's Flash, guarded by Walker. Pass to Morgan. Just 5 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. Big Smooth. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The prodigy, he's checked in for Cleveland. Winslow's checked in for Miami. LeBron kicks to Irving. Poked away. Love dishes to Irving. Fires for 3. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results. And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Thompson, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Passes to Big Smooth. No good from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 17. In the corner, it's James. Fires for 3. Rebound by Azubuike. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The pass to Maverick. Here's Flash, covered by Irving. Clock at 6. Here's Maverick. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Cleveland.
And he makes the first.
Looking at the game for Maverick, he has 8 points and also a block shot.
And he's really put together a nice combination of points at the free throw line, but also getting the assist.
Can you say fundamentals clinic, guys?
Here's the prodigy. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Cleveland ball.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, trailing by 19.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple. Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
From past the arc. Rebound by the Heat. Big Smooth got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Great D that time from Irving.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And he banks in the layup.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Here's Morgan. Drills the three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 17.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Marked improvement in their shooting from what we saw to start the game.
Irving, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Morgan. No good. Some solid defense there from Irving. The 3. Rebound by Azubuike. Azubuike's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's Morgan. Great D that time from Irving. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Richardson, he's checked in for Miami. James outside, puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
A nice shot by Winslow.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Heat.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Flash. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
4 on the clock. For the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Love. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Kyrie Irving. Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. Gets the bucket.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan player of the game. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always.
And, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.